welcome to my channel. Today is going to be a very healthy recipe. We're using vegetables. I'm going to use some freekeh. It's like a sort of a whole wheat grain, really healthy. If you don't have this, you can use brown rice. Let's go over the ingredients. Let's get cooking on my channel for this fantastic healthy recipe. We've got to keep our health up in this crisis at the moment. This is a great recipe that you can add to your collection. Let's get cooking. Come on, guys. Okay, I'm going to run through the ingredients now. You want 600 grams of cauliflower, 700 grams of pumpkin, and I've diced these in like sort of 1 centimeter pieces. You want a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. I'm using a light olive oil. You can use vegetable oil, whatever you've got at hand. It doesn't really matter, just a little bit of oil. I've got 4 cloves of garlic. I'm trying to keep this healthy. Garlic is really good for you. It helps your immune system, and in this time, in this age, we need to look at that. If you don't like garlic, you might have to skip this bit. If you love garlic, put in as much as you like. I'm going to use 1 cup of freekeh. It's like a natural grain, a whole grain. It's going to keep us nice and healthy, and I'm going to boil this like you do with rice. I'm going to add about maybe a litre of water in and boil this until it's nice and soft. We're going to drain it. I have got to the back here 150 grams of broccoli. I've got 1 small red onion which I've diced very fine, and from my garden, and I love mint, I'm using about a half a cup of freshly chopped mint. If you don't have freshly chopped mint, you could use another herb, maybe some basil or some parsley would be just as good. We're going to garnish with a bit of parsley towards the end, and also some fresh sprigs of mint. So for the dressing, we're going to use some red wine vinegar, some Dijon mustard, a couple of teaspoons of honey, and we'll finish off with a little bit of olive oil. First thing we need to do is we need to toss some olive oil into the cauliflower and the pumpkin. Okay, so the cauliflower straight in, followed by our pumpkin and that beautiful fresh garlic. Now we want a good glug of olive oil, 2 to 3 tablespoons. What you need to do now is just toss this around. Want to add some salt and some cracked black pepper, and we want to pop this onto our baking tray. Alright, into the oven, 200 degrees Celsius, until the pumpkin is nice and tender. But you don't want to overcook this. You want a little bit of a bite to it. Should take about 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes depending on your oven. Okay, meanwhile, get yourself a medium size saucepan. Touch of salt in there. You want about a litre of water, and then you put your freekeh in. If you don't have this, as I said before, you can use brown rice. Alright, bring this to the boil. You want to simmer it now for about 30 minutes or until it's nice and tender. Okay, so the freekeh is ready. I've turned the gas off. We're just going to pour it in now, and we're going to strain this. Now it's time to assemble everything. Okay, so the cauliflower and the pumpkin are now cooked. We're going to toss in our broccoli. I haven't cooked this because broccoli doesn't take that long to cook. The steam will be perfect. Enough heat for this. In with your onion. In with the freekeh. Whole grain. Bloody healthy as hell. And I'm going to toss in my mint, fresh mint leaf. Give it all a good mix. I'm going to toss in a bit of fresh parsley only because I can, and I've got parsley available. You don't have to do this, but I just want that green going through there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cover it with some plastic wrap. I'm going to add the dressing, and we are ready to eat. I am going to put 3/4 cup of olive oil into here, 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, one tablespoon of Dijon mustard, and I want a couple of teaspoons of honey. This is really healthy. You've got honey in there, you've got the garlic. I do know that honey is good for sore throats and stuff like that. I do know that garlic is a really good ingredient to use. I use a ton of garlic. I don't know why, I just love it so much. Give this a mix around. This is our dressing. This is just such a beautiful mix. If you want to have some steak or chicken, go ahead. If you're vegetarian, you're going to love this. You are going to love it. This is healthy as hell. Just finishing off now with a little bit of chopped parsley around the edges there. Just a touch of olive oil, just a little drizzle. And garnished with one of the star herbs of this dish is fresh mint, and I just love fresh mint. I've got it growing in my garden. I use it for salads, I use it for sweet and savoury both. Guys, until my next recipe, have yourselves a fantastic week, stay safe, and I will see you on my next recipe. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Cheers.